Alright everybody, this is the start of round 1. We have won the dice roll, so we're going to play first. And this hand's kind of awkward. Like if this was a Farseek, I'd definitely keep it. I think it's a really close call. I'm actually going to keep it. Hopefully this renounce skills gets the way, but we do need to draw 2 lands in 3 turns. Or like one land in the next couple turns, or a Farseek. I don't think we're going to mulligan. I think this is it's kind of risky, depending on what we're playing against. But it's a pretty close call. And I'm gonna try. I'm gonna keep it. I'll see how that goes. All right. To get started off, we'll play our Temple Garden tapped and pass the turn back. Always just play your shock lands first. And then we're just looking to draw like a best possible scenario would be like a Farseek next turn, or a Thragtusk. And our opponent just played Mountain, so that means he's playing some kind of red deck and wins. But he didn't have a 1-drop, so it's good for us. So best draw there would be Farseek. Now we just need to draw lands off the top, and we'll be fine. All right, Burning Tree into nothing. All right, perfect. So we'll just get that with the renounce the guilds. No reason. Since like this says sacrifice, you don't get to choose what you destroy. It's always best just to fire it off as soon as possible, usually. Okay, so we drew a Hall of Fountain. Perfect. So we just need to draw 1 more land and it'll be fine. So our opponent kept a pretty, either it was like removal heavy or just land heavy mono red hand. I was about to say, like, if he didn't have a 2-drop last turn, he probably didn't have one this turn. So that's pretty good for us. Alright, we drew our 4th land. So our Supreme Verdicts are live. 1 more land, we just start playing Thragtusk. So like this is a very unusual game. Like we're under no pressure from our opponent. Okay, yeah, he's just playing like a Rampager. We could cycle Sphinx Revelation here, but I don't think I need to do that yet. Now I'm just going to Supreme Verdict to get rid of this guy, because he has like lots of high drops in his hand, or just spot removal, so I'm fine with 1-for-1ing him, because our cards are definitely more powerful. Like his top decks are a lot worse now. Like his 1-mana creatures aren't that relevant anymore. Now that we've gotten this far into the game, we're around turn 5. So it's like my opponent just kept a land heavy hand, because he didn't miss a land drop. Don't know why he chose to keep up Temple Garden when playing his Thragtusk. He took 2 for Stomping Ground, so I don't know what that means. They usually don't have any green or white, like mono white or mono green spells. Might have just been like a misclick tapping, like you might have drawn a 1-drop. So like this turn we're just gonna play. We drew our untapped land, so we're just gonna play Thragtusk, and we're blocking. I'm willing to like trade this for a Rampager out of his hand if that's what he has. We're not blocking that Searing Spear. We'll take our 4. So next turn, I'm just gonna play Thragtusk and say go. So there's 4 cards left in his hand. He hasn't missed a land drop. So alright, so now he has like a Cackler, which doesn't really do anything. So we drew a land, but I'm just gonna play another Thragtusk. Like we could Sphinx Revelation for 3, which is fine. But like if we draw a land next turn, we can do it for 4. That's even better. Now we can block the Rampager and we can block the Cackler, and we're doing just fine. Like we might want to hold it just so we can like Supreme Verdict, because like if we're not winning Thragtusk, we're going to be winning with 8th of Lane. That's going to take a while. And Thragtusk just make it for a faster game. Alright, so we're just going to block both his guys. If he has more Rampagers, that's what he has. I'm not going to play around it or wait. Nope, just a good old chump attack. Alright, so Pillar gets rid of 1. He might have another Searing Spear to get rid of this beast. Let's see what he does. Second main phase Hellrider, okay. Could still have a Pillar Flame, and or not Pillar Flame, like a Searing Spear, get rid of this on his turn. He just want to deal more damage. It's like we did draw another land. Excuse me. So that means our Sphinx Revelation is gonna be for 4. I'm not gonna Supreme Verdict just a Hellrider. Just sit on that. Just gonna Revelation for 4 this turn. And if we're able to, we're just gonna obviously just gonna block. So it's not usually relevant game 1, but after sideboard, you always gotta play around skull cracks the best you can. Sometimes you can't, and you just have to like let it try to like bait him with a smaller Revelation, then get him with a bigger one, or like a Thrag, like bait him with a Thragtusk, or bait him with a Revelation, then untap and Thragtusk. You play around a skull crack. So we hit another Hell Rider, so we're taking 4 off triggers, and then 3 more from the Hell Rider, and we're just gonna block 1. And take our 3, we're going to 18, then we're going back up to 22 to resolve this Revelation. Let's see, so good draws over here would be like Thragtusk. I flipped Terminus. Alright, so we drew 3 lands, 4 lands for the turn and a Terminus. So that didn't work out too well. So we're just going to Supreme Verdict. And play a tap land. And then next turn we can Revelation. So he has 1 card in his hand. So it's either like, I bet it's like a spot removal, like Pillar of Flame or Syrian Spear, or it's another land. Yeah, so he didn't play anything, so that's great. Drew a Glacial Fortress. So now we're going to Revelation for 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yep, so we have 9 lands. So that should put the game away. And if we draw an 8th land, we can just snap play it. Alright, he drew a Reckoner for the turn. And play a Revelation. Ooh. Alright, so we drew Farseeks, Voice of Resurgences, and a Think Twice, and another Terminus. So we can Terminus and play double Voice. So we'll go ahead and do that. Like Terminus doesn't synergize with Voice when we're being aggressive, like when we have Voice in play, obviously. But usually you don't want that to happen. You want to chump block or trade off your Voices as before you have to Terminus. So we'll play our Voices, and that should keep us pretty well protected. We don't have a whole lot of action now. We do have 3 Farseeks. We do have this Think Twice, I'll get us 2 cards, and we can start attacking with our Voices. Or you can just scoop. Yeah, we have 7 cards in his hand. In our hand, and he's not doing too much. Alright. So we'll go to our sideboard. And this is where we'll take out the Dissipates. We'll bring in all 4 Centaur Healers. And for this matchup, Renounce the Guild is kind of up in the air. Like, it could be fine. It can kill a Burning Tree or like a Reckoner. But they also, now we have more multicolored permanents in our deck. So I'm fine with just taking them out. We can go either way. We'll see how it works out for us. But I'm happy to just take them out. Keep, like, either be that or Think Twices. But I like Think Twices. They help smooth out your draws. And now the Voices get even better. Now we have more creatures in the deck. Let's go ahead and submit this. So our opponent's definitely going to go first. And this land, or this hand has 1 land in it. So we definitely can't keep. We are going to mulligan it. This is a lot better. We have an Azorius Charm, we have a Farseek, we have 2 lands, we have a Thragtusk. We're definitely not going to mulligan this. So if he has a very fast start, we could be in some trouble. But nope, he has a Rootbound Crag tapped. So we'll play Temple Garden tapped. Drew Supreme Verdict. So we're 1 land away from casting that. So it should be in fine shape. They don't have like Rootbone defenses or Boros Charms to protect from Wrath. So Wraths are a little bit better against them, even though they have so many haste creatures. So we're going to get white source and cast Supreme Verdict, and then I always like to get blue sources so we can use 8th Lane more effectively later in the game. It's always something good to think about. When you play with 8th Lane, you want as many blue sources in play as possible. So he has a turn 2 Burning Tree with a Madcap skills. Okay. So our options, we can Think Twice, try to hit a land. We can Farseek and just take 5, and then we can Supreme Verdict no matter what. And I actually like that. And we could also just pass in Azorius Charm that, not take any damage. But I like just being able to Supreme Verdict next turn. And I already have 2 green sources. I'll just go ahead and get another hollowed fountain. We'll say go. Next turn, odds are we're just going to Supreme Verdict. If he doesn't play anything, we won't, but then we're in great shape and we don't need Supreme Verdict. We can just like think twice in Zori's Charm. Oh, dude, this guy is capping everyone. He has the mad caps. So now I think I'm just gonna not gonna Supreme Verdict. I'm just gonna hold up Charm. So we're taking 8 here. We're going to 12. And we drew a land. So next turn we can Thrag Tusk or Voice and think twice. So we have a lot of options now. So yeah, now that a lot of decks are going to Madcap skills over like Lightning Mauler or a Firefist Striker, it makes like this kind of deck better, which like spot removal and also like Supreme Verdict effects. You just get so much value. So we'll get rid of that. He paid 2 life. I assume he has like double Gore Clan Rampager. I'm not gonna wait to see if he tries to go for it. I'll just get rid of that now. Get a nice little 3 for 1. And see what he plays. He might just play a Rampager here. Yep. Also, we'll think twice, and I'm just gonna play Thrag Tusk. So we can assume he has another Gore Clan in his hand. So if we want to, we can just Supreme Verdict. I think that's fine. Because I don't think we're on any pressure to die next turn. Oh. Didn't tap the mana right. And we do another Thrag Tusk. So, like, just getting his threats off the board, I'm fine with 1 for 1-ing. Because I assume he has another Rampager in his hand or, like, a Searing Spear. So if we just play Thrag Tusk, he'll just, like, Searing Spear after we block, and we'll take 4, or he Rampages it. And it's not as effective as it could be. So there's a Burning Tree put back on top. And Hellrider. Okay. So, must have just drawn that. So we're taking 4, we're going to 8. So if you're drawing the Supreme Verdict, or Terminus. I love Terminus. It's I didn't get to play with it much until I built this deck. I do like it. It's fun just to go like, oops, miracle. And now we're just going to play our Voice of Resurgence. We could just hold up Think Twice, but I'd rather just play my Voice. And say go. So I assume he has like a Searing Spear or another Rampager in his hand for that turn they paid 2 life for the Stomping Ground and didn't play Hellrider. So no land for him, that's great. This is great news. We're doing very well. Like, all this deck wants to do is survive. Oh, Mizium Mortars, okay. So we get a little token. That was awesome. We're going to play our Thrag Tusk. Oh, drew land too, so now, like, our Revelation is going to be for a decent amount when we get to that point. So we go up to 13. He has 1 card in hand. I'm okay with attacking for 2 here. So he's at 16. He has 1 card in hand. We have potentially 3 more cards, plus the Thrag Tusk he has to work through. So I'm feeling very good about this. Really happy to see it work, this deck working out. And Mtgo is a lot of its red, green aggro and junk aristocrats, and I presume those are my best matchups. Okay, so we drew a Centaur Healer, even more life gain. So he could have a Skullcrack here. I'm not worried. If he has it, he has it. I'll go to 10. Oh, no, he just conceded. Alright, so that's our first round, and we're able to just Thrag Tusk our opponent out. And that's the general plan versus red green, and it played out exactly how we wanted to. All right, and we'll see you at the start of round 2.